My dad booked me a gig on the main stage at the Mississauga Canada Day celebration. I'm so looking forward to that. My dad worked on the landscaping in the Toronto Garden. I can't wait to see it.
I've called this meeting of the scheme team to plan our upcoming scheme. Since John moved here, our schemes have failed. Our con art is all we got now, and as you all know, my crime vlog channel has been terminated. I've now learned my lesson, that this form of art is supposed to be done in secret. Because it's not really a crime if you don't get caught. I haven't been living up to this saying. My con art is all I've got now. My main channel and music channel have gone down in views and subscribers since I was thrown in prison. I'm a much more talented musician than John, and it isn't fair that his channel is more successful than mine and he's getting all the gigs. My dad has booked John a gig at the Canada Day celebration in Mississauga. We will get our revenge on him.
It's great to be back in Canada.
I know, right? This is amazing. Your dad is a great gardener.
I'm looking forward to eating fresh salad from my dad's garden at home.
I say, we head over to the main stage now to prepare for dress rehearsal.
What happened here?
Don't act like you don't know what happened. I saw what you two did. The security camera doesn't lie.
But how can that be possible? We were at our rehearsal on the main stage.
Stop lying. You obviously destroyed this garden, and I have the video footage that proves it, and shame on you, John, for wrecking the garden your dad worked so hard on. Your gig on the main stage is cancelled.
That's not fair. We didn't wreck the garden. Becky must have got Lionel and Lad, disguised as us, to make it look like we did this.
Enough with the excuses. The police are here, and I'm not talking about the 1980s British rock band.
You two are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
But we were framed. We really didn't do it.
Tell that to the judge.
Vyond Logic, Activate. Oh, never mind, what am I doing? Vyond Logic does not work in Canada. This is so unfair. We would never wreck a garden, especially when my dad worked so hard on it.
I know, right? Destroying gardens or anything for that matter is what Becky would do, not us.
Breaking news. The Toronto Garden at a Mississauga Park got vandalized last night. The culprit was none other than John C. and his best friend Harry Cho. They were booked to perform on the main stage at the Canada Day celebration this evening. But now their performance is cancelled.
What the? John and Harry would never do something like that. Dad put a lot of work into that garden. It was probably Becky and her friends who had something to do with this. I'm going to find out what really happened so John and Harry can perform on the main stage. It's been their dream for a while now.
Come on in.
I believe John and Harry are innocent. May I see the security footage?
Sure. But it is obvious that John and Harry wrecked the garden.
I'm sure they were framed. Becky's boyfriend and cousin probably did it. They posed as John and Harry at the Vyond City talent show audition to try and ruin their audition. This is another one of Becky's schemes.
Becky's in prison still. I suppose Becky orchestrated the scheme from there.
Well, actually, Becky is living in Vyond City and she's married to Lionel Holiday now.
Becky has a few years in prison before any chance of parole. She must have escaped, but I don't know how that's even possible, but you can look at the security footage now.
John and Harry told me how amazing the garden looked. They were probably in there before the incident took place.
Maybe they said that, as a cover-up, for what they were going to do to the garden.
I know my brother John. He wouldn't wreck a garden or anything for that matter. In fact, I bet Lionel and Lad's disguise of John and Harry is not completely accurate.
Okay, let's check to see if John and Harry were in the garden previously and compare images. You were right. I can see that the garden wreckers look different from John and Harry. We're going to the police station to bust out John and Harry.
Becky's gotten back at us. Maybe we can perform on the main stage at next year's Canada Day celebration.
Becky, Lionel and Lad should be in jail, not us.
It's too bad, we couldn't get a hold of anyone when we had our one phone call.
You two are free to go. You are really telling the truth. 2 people are here to pick you up.
I am so sorry for what happened. 2 people were posing as you two and destroyed the garden.
It was Lionel and Lad, and once again, their disguise wasn't completely accurate.
We knew it was probably Lionel and Lad. And I'm sure this scheme was orchestrated by Becky.
You and Harry are back on the main stage tonight.
Once again, our scheme has failed. John and Harry got to still perform on the main stage. I should be the one who's up there singing. I'm the most talented musician in the family.
I totally agree with you. Maybe we should lay off scheming John for a while, and scam other people who don't know us and who won't figure out it was us.
Becky is a robot made by Roboco.
What do you mean, Becky is a robot? That sounds like a conspiracy theory if you ask me. I can see the Roboco logo. You are right. Becky really is a robot.
I've heard of Roboco before. These robots eventually break down after a while.
Maybe Becky escaped and got replaced by this robot. I'm going to check the security footage. Becky really did escape and get replaced by a robot. And I never hired Lionel Holiday to be a prison guard. He is so busted now.
Breaking news. Becky C. has escaped prison and is living here in Vyond City. If you see her, please call the police department.
Oh no. We're busted.
We are going to have to leave Vyond City as soon as possible and take our canard on the road. We can definitely afford an RV. I'm going to buy us one. Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long.